Deion Sanders has been in Colorado for less than a week, and the program is already building itself into a potential Pac-12 contender. That's saying something considering they won only one game this past season. Based on everything we've seen happen with that program over the last few weeks, I don't think it's a stretch to say that Deion Sanders can have Colorado competing for Pac-12 titles and potentially national championships within the next few years. Before we get to today's video, make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. If you're watching this video, odds are that you love college football, and odds are you aren't subscribed to my channel. So make sure to subscribe to one of the best college football communities here on YouTube. Also, don't forget to drop a like on this video as well. It helps out with that YouTube algorithm and helps share the video with more college football fans. Plus, it only takes a second to do. In case you're late to the party, Deion Sanders recently left Jackson State to accept a job with Colorado. It came as a bit of a surprise, considering that the Buffaloes were one of the worst teams at the FBS last season, winning only one game. Still, Sanders accepted the challenge, and it already looks as if he's going to be turning that program completely around. By now, I'm sure you've all seen the clips of him being introduced to Colorado. Personally, I loved it. I thought he was very candid about what's going to happen with the program. People were upset that he was telling players to enter the transfer portal, but I personally didn't mind it. With all the recruits and players from the transfer portal that are going to be coming into Colorado, they are going to have to clear a lot of room. Considering that team just won one game last season, I think it's safe to say that a lot of those players are going to be losing starting jobs to the new players that come in. So you might as well be given a shot to try and get out while you can and end up with a fresh chance at a new school. Meanwhile, if players want to stay and try and compete for starting jobs, it just makes them look even better and hungrier to earn a spot on that depth chart. Speaking of recruiting and the transfer portal, listen to this report. This comes from Josh Newberg, an On3 national host and producer. A source at Colorado tells me over 200 recruits and portal transfers have reached out in the last 12 hours. Some of them are 4- and 5-star caliber players. Deion Sanders has a chance to make some noise before signing day. NIL money is also rolling in. He added another tweet saying, "Source said, I've never seen anything like it in my time here." Speaking of the transfer portal, there's a report that Deion might be bringing over one of his top guys from Jackson State. And when I say top guys, I mean the #1 overall recruit from the entire 2021 class. 24/7 Sports believes that Travis Hunter will be joining Sanders at Colorado. As of right now, he's yet to enter the transfer portal, but majority of people expect him to be there at this rate. Here's what Carl Reed of 24/7 Sports had to say about Hunter potentially transferring to Colorado. "I think the likelihood of that is 100%. He's Deion's guy, and Deion is his guy. The way that he coaches him, the way that Coach Prime brings the best out of him. There's a special relationship between Coach Prime and Travis Hunter, obviously because he went with Jackson State, and he could have went anywhere in the country. Travis Hunter is box office. I just saw him up close and personal. He is going to be an instant impact guy in the Pac-12, and those guys in that conference, they better be aware of Travis Hunter because he is everything that he's cracked up to be. I don't see a scenario where he doesn't play for Deion Sanders. The relationship that they have, the way that he coaches him, Coach Prime is really tough on Travis Hunter. He's tough on all his kids. What those Colorado kids can expect is a culture change because of the expectations and the toughness that he's going to command them to play with and the accountability. But that's something that we need but don't have much anymore in the game of football. Travis Hunter appeared in only 3 games this past season as he battled injuries. For the season, he racked up 14 tackles, 7 pass breakups, and recorded 2 interceptions. Offensively, he caught 2 touchdowns and even threw one as well. Again, it's not official yet, but if I were to guess, I think Travis Hunter follows him to Colorado. There are also a number of other players who have entered the transfer portal that are expressing their interest in playing for Colorado. Former Alabama running back Trey Sanders tweeted this the other day. He was once considered the top running back of the 2019 class, but his career has been plagued by a number of injuries, one of which was due to a car accident back in 2020. After rushing for over 500 yards during his tenure at Alabama, the former 5-star recently entered the portal. Another player that tweeted about Colorado is former Arizona wide receiver Dorian Singer. He had quite the season for the Wildcats as he caught 66 passes for 1,100 yards with 6 receiving touchdowns. He led the Pac-12 in receiving yards and was top 6 in receptions, yards per reception, and yards from scrimmage. It's not just the transfer portal though. Colorado is already picking up some major recruits, including 2025 5-star wide receiver Winston Watkins Jr. He tweeted this, saying, "Let's make history. Fort Myers with Fort Myers. We coming Coach Prime." Travis Hunter then turned some heads by tweeting this, making it seem even more likely that he'll transfer to Colorado. Again, Deion's been there for only a few days, and he's already gotten a 5-star commit. Granted, it's in 2025, but I'm sure much more are going to come. Deion is even getting on Twitter saying that the interest is great and all, but he'll need players to start committing. I keep seeing I'm blessed to receive an offer from Colorado. I'm cool with that. But if you know what I know, you need to start saying I'm blessed to commit to Colorado, because they're coming, baby. Get it now before it's too late. I ain't hard to find. Meanwhile, it's not just the players that are going to help turn this program around. Deion is already putting together a really solid coaching staff. In addition to all the coaches he's bringing over from Jackson State, the Buffs are hiring former Kent State coach Sean Lewis as their offensive coordinator. Lewis was the youngest head coach in the country when he took over Kent State back in 2018. It was considered to be the worst job in the entire country, and because of budget concerns, they had to schedule some really difficult opponents. Just in 2022, the Golden Flashes had to face Oklahoma, Washington, and Georgia. Last year, they faced Texas A&M, Iowa, and Maryland. So essentially, they're guaranteed 3 losses a season, but Lewis is still able to put together solid performances from his team. He led Kent State to bowl games in 2019 and 2021. They won their first bowl game in school history in 2019, and they made the MAC title game in 2021. Although Colorado hasn't hired a defensive coordinator yet, there are reports saying they may go after Mike Zimmer. Zimmer is mostly known for his time as head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, where he went 72-56-1 in 8 seasons with the team. He made the playoffs 3 times and went to the 2017 NFC title game. Zimmer has been working as an advisor for the Jackson State Tigers recently, so he has a strong familiarity with Deion Sanders. If they're able to bring on Zimmer as the defensive coordinator, that would be quite the get for Colorado. As you can see, things are trending in the right direction for Deion Sanders and his Buffaloes program after less than a week there. The program appears to be headed in the right direction, and I truly think they have a chance to be a force in the Pac-12 as early as next season, and maybe in the entire country very soon. So what are your thoughts on the job Deion Sanders has done so far with Colorado? Do you think the Buffaloes are going to be a threat in 2023, or do you think it's going to take more time? Whatever your thoughts are on Sanders and Colorado, let me know in the comment section down below. Before you leave, make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. If you love college football, this is definitely the place for you. Also, don't forget to drop a like on this video as well. It helps out with that YouTube algorithm and helps share the video with more college football fans. Plus, it only takes a second to do. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.